Hello, hello, hello. I am the Linux Mensch. Over the past few years, I've done a handful of videos on FreeBSD and Ghost BSD, and I always installed them in virtual machines. And in the past week, I made a video on FreeBSD, installing it in a real bare metal computer. Now, when I make my FreeBSD videos, I always follow up with a Ghost BSD video. So today, I'm going to download, verify a Ghost BSD ISO, then I'm going to put it on a thumb drive, and then I'm going to attempt to install it in a real bare metal computer. So let's get to it. Right now, I'm in my main production computer, which is running Arch Linux with the Awesome Window Manager. And I'm going to open up Xterm. Make this larger, and I'm going to fast fetch. So you can see this is Arch Linux. It's an Optiplex 7010. Actually, it's a Dell computer, and I'm on the Awesome Window Manager. Now I'm going to clear the screen. And if you notice my RAM was high, that's because I have OBS Studio running. I'm recording. I'm going to go to Workspace 5. I have the Brave browser opened up, and I'm going to type in Ghost BSD. I'm going to click it on. So this is the main page of Ghost BSD. And just in case you don't know, Ghost BSD is built on top of FreeBSD, but it's a more user-friendly Unix distribution. And I say Unix because the BSDs are not Linux. And don't ask me to explain the difference because I really don't know. So I'm going to click download. And I'm not going to really download the ISO right now because I already did that. So they have two ISOs. Let's go down. So secondly, they have the community ISO. And if you install this ISO, it's going to install it with the XFCE desktop. But I downloaded the official ISO, and the official ISO gives you an installation with the Mate desktop environment. So what I did was I just clicked on direct download, and it downloaded it. I think it took about 2 minutes. And then I downloaded the checksum, the SHA-256 checksum. I downloaded this. So I'm not going to download them now again because I already did that. I'm going to close my web browser. I'm going to go back to my terminal. So if you've been following my channel, you know that I always make a separate folder for my ISOs and for the checksums. I already have this in a folder. I'm going to do cd ISO Ghost BSD. And I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to ls it. You can see I have two files here. I have the Ghost BSD ISO, and I have the SHA-256 checksum. Now, just to show you, I'm going to LL. That's LL. So the ISO was 2.9 gigabytes. So we may as well say it's 3 gigabytes, right? Now I'm going to clear the screen, and I'm going to ls it, and I'm going to verify the ISO. So I'm going to type in this command. I'm going to leave a space, and I'm going to type in Ghost. Now, you want to make sure you put the right one in so you can use your arrows to go back and forth. And I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to hit enter. And it's just going to take a minute, maybe not even a minute, maybe only 30 seconds. And there it is. That didn't take long at all. It's okay. The ISO is verified. Now I'm going to clear the screen. I'm just going to type in the ls again. And now I'm going to put this ISO onto a thumb drive, and it's going to be bootable. You can use it to do an installation. Now I'm going to switch into root, and I'm going to do this command, cp for copy. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to do an lsblk. So you want to make sure you put it on the right drive. So SDA is my hard drive for this computer. It's a 2 terabyte drive, and my thumb drive is plugged into SDB, and my thumb drive is a 16 gigabyte drive. So you just want to make sure, that's why you do an lsblk. You want to do it to the right. You don't want to erase your hard drive, right? Now I'm going to type in this command, cp for copy, Ghost, and you want to make sure you copy the ISO and not the SHA text, right? So we're going to copy the ISO. We're going to leave a space, and then I'm going to put in /dev/SDB, and I'm going to hit enter. And now it looks like it's not doing anything, but it's copying the ISO onto my thumb drive, and it's making it bootable. And this takes probably take about 2.5 minutes. So don't go away. I'll be back. Okay, so that finished. I'm going to exit out of here. I'm going to clear the screen and lsblk. You can see my SDB is hooked up. Like I said, it's a 16 gigabyte thumb drive, and now the ISO is on there, the Ghost BSD ISO. And I have an alias in my Zesh configuration file to power off my thumb drives, and it's this, power off. Now, if you're using my Zesh configuration file, it's going to work for you only for STB. If you're not using my Zesh configuration file and you type in power off, it might shut down your computer. So I'm just going to use this, and now I'm going to do LSB OK. Now you can see my thumb drive STB is disconnected. And now I'm going to unplug it. Here it is right here. And now I'm going to plug it into another computer. And I'm going to shut my terminal. I have a capture card hooked up to the other computer. So I'm going to turn off my display for this computer. Now I'm going to turn off my camera. Now I'm going to turn on the capture card. So this is the computer I used to install FreeBSD on in my previous video. And of course, I'm running the awesome window manager, in case you didn't notice. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go into Xterm, and I'm just going to do a fast fetch, an Acer Aspire, but it's an X3950. You can see it's running FreeBSD 14.3. And of course, I'm running the awesome window manager. So now I'm going to reboot. Oh, in FreeBSD, you have to do sudo reboot. Sudo reboot. I'm going to put my password in, and we're rebooting, and the capture card is still capturing it. And I just want to see if I can boot onto this thumb drive. I'm going to hit F12, smash F12 to get into my boot menu. So here you can see, you just use your arrows to go up and down. And I'm going to highlight the USB thumb drive. I'm going to hit enter. And let's see if we can boot on. Oh, look at that. Not taking me onto the thumb drive. Isn't that interesting? Taking me back into, oh, maybe there's something wrong with the thumb drive. Taking me back into my FreeBSD installation. Let's put my encryption password in. How about that? Oh, look at taking me into Ghost BSD. That's really interesting. It asks for my encryption password. It asks for my FreeBSD encryption password, and able to boot onto the thumb drive has Ghost BSD on it. So we are on the thumb drive now, the live ISO of Ghost BSD. So you can see here, there's no internet. That's one thing about this Ghost BSD. After we go through an installation, there will be an internet. So I'm going to click on this icon here, and it brings up this. Let's make that full screen. And sorry for the blinding bright white light. Now I'm going to click on next. I really don't want to wipe out my FreeBSD, but I want to do an install of Ghost BSD on bare metal. So I'm going to click on English Canada, and I'm going to go next. And then I'm going to go down to, let's see if we can find Toronto. Here we are, Toronto. And I'm going to go next. Full disk configuration, sure. I don't know what this custom advanced partitioning is. I'm just going to go full disk configuration, next. And that's my hard drive. And it doesn't look like it's giving me the option to encrypt it. It's giving me a swap of 2 gigabytes. That's okay, because this hard drive is a terabyte. I'm going to go next. And it's asking me what bootloaders I want. I'm just going to leave it on the default. FreeBSD BIOS loader only. And I'm going to go next. So my real name is, believe it or not, my real name is Mensch. My username is Mensch. I'm going to put a simple password in. It's telling me it's super weak. Hopefully it lets me go through with it. And I'm going to install it. So it's going through the install. You can see the bar at the bottom going. And before I go, notice that the time is showing 23:08, which would be 11:08 p.m. But actually, the real time here in Toronto right now is 7:08 p.m. But that's going to get fixed when I reboot the computer. I'm going to go through the install and come back. So don't go away. Hey, that didn't take long at all. I never even got out of my chair. Well, the installation is complete. I'm going to restart the computer, and hopefully I'm able to boot into the system, and hopefully my capture card doesn't go wacky. Oh, the capture card's still working. Good. So we're booting into our new installation of Ghost BSD on bare metal. How about that, eh? So now my capture card is now capturing the login screen or the display manager. Now I'm going to put my password in. Okay, so we're logged into our brand new install. Now, number one, you can see the clock is fixed. It's showing it's July 12th, 1914, which is 7:14. So I'm going to change this to AM and PM. This is the Mate desktop, by the way. I'm going to go into preferences. I'm going to change it to 12-hour format, and I'm going to close the screen. There you go. So now you can see it's Saturday. Now, I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of small, but it's Saturday, July 12th at 7:15 p.m. So this is the Mate desktop. Oh, it's telling me there's upgrades available. So I'm going to start upgrading. I went through a practice session in a virtual machine, and the update for this, I think it took 10, 15, or 20 minutes. I don't know if you can see this. Installed packages, look at this. Installed packages to be upgraded, 467. Yikes. New packages to be installed is 9, and installed packages to be reinstalled is 13. So I'm going to click on Install Update, and I'm going to pause the video and come back when it's done, so don't go away. The computer needs to restart to run on the updated software. Oh, yeah. Let's restart now. So my capture card is still working, and the update was finished. Okay, we're logging into the system. This is good. Now I'm going to put my password in. And now we're in the system, and we're totally up to date. So, like I said, this is the Mate desktop. Let's go into System Tools. Let's go into the terminal. And it's the Mate terminal. Can we make that larger? Can we turn off this bleed through? I hate bleed through. So let's go to, I'm not that familiar with the Mate terminal. I have used it, but I never lived in it. Let's go into Profile Preferences. Let's go Background. Transparent background, solid color. I hate bleed through. Oh, I want to go back in there. Let's go back to profile preferences. Let's do monospace bold, and let's kick it up to monospace bold. Let's kick it up to 14. Let's do 16. Okay, that's better. And do we have Htop installed? And we don't. So we can install things in the terminal, or they have a software center. So let's go to the software center, and let's go to the control center first. And well, you know what I want to do? I want to turn off screensaver. I hate that. There we go. Let's turn that off and close it. And can we go to the power manager? Put computer to sleep? Never. Well, there's not a laptop. Put display to sleep inactive for 30 minutes. I'm going to change it to never. Why didn't it change? There we go. And let's go back into control center. Let's go to let's make this full screen. Let's go to appearance, and let's just pick a dark theme. Ah, that's better. And let's go here to, we have a software station here. So let's click it on. Well, you have to put your password in, and let's make that full screen. So when you're logging into the software center, you see this bar here, and syncing with the repository. Okay, see this? This just takes a moment. And here we have all kinds of stuff. So if you see a check mark here, it means it's already installed. So I'm going to go into the search field. I'm going to search for Htop. I'm going to click it on. I'm going to search for fast fetch. I'm going to click it on. Let's see if NeoFetch is here. NeoFetch is a dead project, but let's click it on anyways. And let's click on Firefox. Oh, Firefox is already installed. Good stuff. And that's enough for now. Let's apply it. So we can see we're installing fast fetch, Htop, NeoFetch, and I don't know what this is at the bottom. And let's confirm it. So you can see this bar at the bottom, it's installing those packages. And it's completed. How about that, eh? Let's close this, and let's go back to the terminal. Let's just see what we have here. We have accessories, Mate calculator, graphics, I have Mate, internet, we have Firefox, Office, nothing installed. We have Rhythm Box for music and VLC player. System tools, now we have Htop. Let's click on Htop, and well, we're running kind of high, 1.7 gigabytes. This computer, of course, is not a virtual machine, it's a real bare metal computer. This computer has 8 gigs of RAM, and running at 1.6 gigabytes, kind of high. I find the BSDs run a lot higher than Linux, and it gave it 2.5 gigabytes of swap. I don't care. This hard drive is a terabyte. Now I noticed that Vim is not installed, and you can also install things in the terminal. You don't want to use the software center, so I'm going to go to the terminal, and I'm going to type in package install Vim. Oh, gotta do sudo. Forgot about that. Let's do sudo package install Vim And let's install the Awesome Window Manager. Put my password in and type in a small Y for yes. And that was really fast. Let's clear the screen. Neo fetch Ghost BSD. And let's clear the screen. I'm going to close the terminal. I want to go back to the Software Center to put my password in. Every time you go into the Software Center, see this blue line here? It syncs the repository, and it takes about a minute. And I just want to search for Librewolf, and Librewolf is there. So let's install it, apply it, let's confirm, and it's finished. So let's close it. Let's go back here to applications. Let's go to internet. So now we have Librewolf and Firefox. Do I have sound? Let's open up Librewolf.
Some guys you may get into that. Like you fly, you GPT, and use these things.
Now, if you think the audio is not good, it's because my capture card doesn't record. Well, my capture card is for video only, so it doesn't actually capture the audio from the computer. So the audio was coming out of my speakers and the microphone was picking it up. That's why the audio doesn't sound that great from the video. Now I'm going to log out and get into the Awesome Window Manager. So let's see if we, and before I do that, I want to install Xterm. And you know what? I'm just going to go into the terminal and let's do sudo pkg install Xterm. And I should spell it right. Put my password in, put a Y in for yes. Okay, now I'm going to get out of here. So log out of Mensch, log out. So now I'm going to click this on, and I'm going to click on the Awesome Window Manager. Now we're in the Awesome Window Manager. This is the default Awesome Window Manager. It's not the Awesome Window Manager with my configuration file. Mod key enter is going to open up Xterm. And sorry about the bright white, because I don't have my configuration files in here for Xterm or the Awesome Window Manager. This is the default configuration. Let's do an Htop. And we're still running over a gig, and that's really high for the Awesome Window Manager. Let's quit out of there. And you know what? I'm going to quit out of here. Now we're at the login screen, and I'm going to I'm going to click on this menu here. I'm going to click on the Mate, and I'm going to put my password in. And now we're going to go back to the Mate desktop environment. I could download my GitLab repository and my configuration file for the Awesome Window Manager and my configuration file for Xterm. And I could make Xterm and the Awesome Window Manager look the way it does in all of my videos and the way I made it look in the FreeBSD video that I made the other day. But I don't want this video to be too long, and we're already at 45 minutes. Now I'm going to trim it down, but I'm going to open up the terminal. Let's make that full screen. Let's type in package info Firefox, and let's just scan up to the top. Look at all this stuff. There's all the information on the Firefox. So this is something that concerns me, is that we've updated the system and the version of Firefox is 139, and that's not good. I'm going to do sudo pkg upgrade. Put my password in. Your packages are up to date. We type in Firefox. I showed this in my last video. Let's go here. Scan down. Firefox release notes. Scan down. So right now, the most current version of Firefox is 140.0.4. It was released on July 8th. Now today is July 12th. So that's not good. And that's it. In this video, I showed you how to download Ghost BSD, how to verify it, and how to put it on a thumb drive where the thumb drive is bootable. I showed you how to boot onto it and how to install it in a real bare metal computer. I showed you how to update it, and I showed you how to download apps from the Software Center and in the terminal. And I have to say that I think it's a good system. It's built on FreeBSD, and I think it's easier to use than FreeBSD. It's more user-friendly, but I think I like FreeBSD more. And because FreeBSD reminds me more of Arch Linux, and I like the fact that when I updated FreeBSD the other day, Firefox was up to date. And If you watched my last video, I did a 5-minute video the other day, and I showed you that Firefox was totally up to date in my FreeBSD system. And I'm disappointed that because I updated my Ghost BSD, and I'm disappointed that Firefox is not updated. Anyways, this was my first time installing Ghost BSD on bare metal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.